Good morning, gun nuts. I'm Nathan, and this is the Reloading Press. Welcome to this week's weekly recap of the Reloaders Network videos that I watched this week. First, I want to give a shout out to Willie Bellet, man. Brother, get well soon. I know you're on your way home, or you're close to being on your way home. We want to see some videos from you soon. Want to make sure you're doing all right. Rick's Reloading Bench goes through the methods and tools to clean an S&W M&P 1522. I have no experience with this firearm at all. I like watching cleaning videos because you get an idea of the manufacturing quality beyond just the outside finishing. If you look at how the grips are fitted to the gun and all this, you get a good idea of how meticulous the company is about making sure that everything fits and works. But when you get inside the guns to do some cleaning, you can really see how well things are finished. So I like watching cleaning videos. 243 Outdoors unboxes and reviews an eBay Atlas bipod. It gives it surprisingly high remarks. I believe Uncle Jim did a video on one of these as well. It seems to be a very good option for you guys looking for a more budget-oriented bipod. The Reloader Dude discusses some alternatives to range training utilizing pellet pistols or airsoft guns. I've never personally done this. I know other people that have, and to some great success. I just never really gotten into it. But it looks like it has some possibilities for trigger control type work, things like that, getting used to grip. Because grip is kind of a big deal, picking up a gun the exact same way every time. So take a look at the Reloaders Dude video on that. Full Lead Talco loads some 133 grain 9mm plinking ammo and has some really good fun with it. If you're looking at 9mm and trying to find a load that's economical to shoot, easy to put together, and fun for target shooting, Full Lead Talco's got you covered. Slim Cowboy reviews the Core Essentials nylon gun belt, giving it positive reviews and high marks for value. Value is kind of a big deal because when some people hear value, they think of a cheaply made product that does its job relatively well enough. In this case, Slim Cowboy's telling you that no, it's a very nice product and it comes at a great value. Georgia Boy 44 shoots a Ruger LCP for the Reloaders Network Pistol Challenge. Guys, if you haven't heard of the Reloaders Network Pistol Challenge, go check out the Reloaders Network, and Eagle Eye Shooting posted a video of a rifle challenge, shooting can, and a pistol challenge. So not only did Georgia Boy do one of those pistol challenges this week, but PC Bullet Empire works on one as well with a Rossi 357, and Kyle Lust works on one well with an M&P 9mm. Mr. Holster takes the P220 rounder to the range. He says during the pre-range show, he says that this is one of his favorite pistols, which says a lot. It's a 10mm. I've been interested in 10mm for a long time. It's kind of comparable to the 41 mag, which you guys know that I'm a big fan of. So it's kind of the auto version of the 41 mag, and I probably really should own one. The gun to me it's striking in its appearance, and I put a lot of stock in Mr. Holster saying that this is one of his favorite guns, so gives me a consideration. JH586 releases the fourth installment of the 35 Remington series, testing some loads and discussing the results. He gets down to about a 3/4 inch group using TAC, which I had not even considered at all as load development type powder. Jamie's kind of just beginning his process. I mean, it's been a little while, but he's still in the first several years of reloading, and that gives him the opportunity to go out and try different powders and find what he likes the best. This is when you're going to find experience with these different things, these new items. Jamie's also tried Shooter's World powders, things like that. I'm kind of old and set in my ways. I use IMR, Alliant, and Accurate Arms. Those are the powders I know. Those are the powders I tend to gravitate towards. So even though I will try new powders in the Hodgdon or Alliant grouping, I really stick in my wheelhouse. And I've never touched a Vitivori powder, never touched a Norma powder. But you look at Jamie, he's looking into these powders. The old Western powders, I never really messed with them very much. I tried True Blue one time, horrible results. But it's because I didn't know how to work with it. So go check out Jamie's channel, see what they're doing with the TAC. It's a very impressive results. So JH586, take a look at his channel. Uncle Jim uses a 30 carbine Lyman bullet and a 300 blackout. And what I mean by that, it's a bullet that was designed for the 30 carbine. I think it's kind of a Spitzer type design. I'm not sure of the weight, but it's a relatively light bullet, especially for 300 blackout. And he gets some really good results with it. And this kind of shows that going off script with a bullet design can be kind of a fun and fruitful endeavor for the reloader. This is why we reload, folks. You look in the cast bullet handbook and you find out this bullet was designed for this gun. It has, for the 300 blackout, you got kind of a deep throat, so you want to get the bullet out there. All these different things. And then you're like, I think I'm going to try this little 130 grain 30 cal bullet. And you try it, and it works great, and it makes for a great plinking round. Don't be afraid to try different things. And Uncle Jim kind of reminds us that this is the point of reloading. Something I wanted to talk to you about today. I think I watched every Hank Strange video on Andrew's custom leather. I really enjoyed watching those videos. One, I enjoy craftsmanship. I love watching a craftsman at work. Two, the guy's voice is like velvet, and it really kind of reminded me that I need to pay more attention to how I talk, or how I speak, how I project, how I enunciate, and try to cut the ums down. I know I can get into a habit of doing it. It's mental laziness more than anything. But it also reminded me that we need to get in contact with some of the manufacturers, some of the businesses, small businesses in your area that are in the firearms industry. Whether it's making holsters, making grips, whatever. And go talk to them. Maybe see if they'll let you come visit the factory. Take some videos, see what they're doing, and get that out there to the rest of the world. Now, Andrew's custom holster's been around custom leather has been around for a long time. I think he said 40 years. So he doesn't exactly need Hank Strange help in marketing. I think he's a pretty busy man. But I had never heard of this company, and they're right down the road from me, basically, in St. Augustine. Maybe it's because I don't read necessarily the NRA magazines that other people do. Maybe I'm just not an ad guy. I don't know. But watching those videos, I really want to go buy a holster from this gentleman. In fact, I'm really thinking about getting a rig for my 32 mag and my 45 Colt. It looks like they run about $500 for a full rig. We'll see. I'm going to look into, once I get my membership at my new club, I'm going to look into possibly getting involved in different types of matches, and one of them may be SAS. And if it is, then that might be a route that I'm willing to take. Otherwise, I'm just going to find something else. I'm going to find a reason to get a holster from this guy. It's just to be cautious of that, guys. Work up your own loads and your own guns. Test how they do. Make your own judgment calls. Don't just jump right into whatever somebody else did. But he gets some pretty good results. He has some concern for the Hornady brass, and I didn't know this, but I guess the Hornady brass, maybe if you weight test them, there seems to be a pretty large amount of variance. So that's something to keep in mind when you're looking at possibly making some very tight groups. It's just too good a work and too interesting, and I just appreciate the craftsmanship. Bolt Action Reloading tests his 147 grain ELD loads. He goes a little bit off paper here. Speaking of which, West Desert Shooter found one heck of a load for his 6.5 Creedmoor unit precision rifle, using the Hornady 147 grain ELD, just like Bolt Action Reloading is using right now. I think he uses H4350, which I know everybody uses, but hey, there's a good reason. He does some really meticulous reloading practices, weight matching, mandrel, neck expansion kind of work. And then he works up the load, and then all of a sudden it just comes right down to him, and he gets a great load. So go and take a look at West Desert Shooter's channel and Bolt Action Reloading. Moser's also doing some 6.5 Creedmoor work. I think his latest video was on the Grendel. He's finishing up some Grendel work as well, doing penetration tests, things like that. So he'll have Creedmoor work coming up as well. And Johnny's Reloading Bench. He's doing a 6.5 Creedmoor as well. I think we were talking about this last week, how we had a whole group of people that were doing 6.5 Creedmoor work. Dirt Road does some sandbag penetration tests using a couple different calibers. I think he uses a 22, 9mm, 40, 45 ACP, and 5.56. Very common ammunition. And he goes using jugs and things like that to get different depths. It was actually really surprising results. So he does some slow motion camera work, so you really get to kind of see the penetration and how much force goes into the jug. Take a look at this video, guys. It is great. It's a short video. It's fun to watch, and it may surprise you. Gunblue 490. This is a channel that I really like for my reloading and a little bit of gunsmithing, meticulous work. He shows you how to clean a shotgun. He really seems to like the bore snakes for shotgun. I've had bore snakes for pistols before. I use it sometimes at the range where I think, hey, I might need to clean this up just a little bit. It might be getting a fouling, so I'll run a bore snake through it. I keep it in my range bag. But other than that, I haven't really used them for proper cleaning, and he got really good results using it. So it's a longer video, guys, beware, but it's probably really, really worth it, especially for you guys that have auto shotguns. I think that's going to do it for today. So, guys, I appreciate you coming out. I don't know what we're going to be doing for Monday. I was supposed to go shooting on Friday, and I had car trouble Saturday, and we ended up having a flat tire on the way to the range and had to come back to town, and then it started storming right after that. We may go shooting today. I don't know. So I'm trying to get to the range, guys. It's just the Georgia weather and vehicles right now that have been fighting me. So I don't know what we're going to have out Monday. We might just have a short video out. I've been considering doing kind of, I don't know about a video a day, but many more short videos, more directed towards my Reloader Network friends that I've made. I don't know, it's something I'm considering. Give me a comment down below if that's something that you're interested in. I don't know. Something I'm thinking about doing. But guys, I appreciate it. And until next time, stay safe, have fun. I'll see you when I see you. Laters.